is the trolley I'm going to use. I'll take this rack out, it's just bolted in twice. So the cupboard will actually sit inside this base here, that distance. And if I can't take the weight on the other end, I'll get a hand trolley in and jack it up and move it that way. So now I've told you my whole plan. That's it. I can turn the camera off and actually get in and do some work now. Been talking all morning. And I'll be using a ratchet to pull it up. I can't pull it up there by myself. To tell you I've got a spinal injury, it's no big deal day to day, only when I try to do ridiculously heavy work it plays up a bit, but yeah, it's a protruded disc, L2 and L3, or L1 and L2, somewhere in between there, and it's actually fused shut. The bone has grown, the disc fell out or popped out, the bone grew between the two vertebrae where the disc was supposed to be, and I didn't get it seen to at the time. I just carried on, and I just figured, oh, I'm a tall bloke, so you know, we have back problems, but I didn't realise how serious it was. Went and saw a surgeon. Yeah, I'm telling stories again. I went and saw a surgeon, and he gave me a, I think it was a 60% chance of walking away from surgery and 40% of being wheeled away in a wheelchair. So those odds weren't good enough for me. I'd rather live with a bit of pain and use my mind to figure out how to do heavy things than to waste the back end of my life when, you know, I can exist and carry on the way it is. It hurts, but it's beyond hurting now. Like, I just don't feel it anymore, and like sitting here right now, I'm comfortable. I can't feel it at all, but as soon as I go to get up, that's when it hurts. So, anyhow, this isn't about whinging, this is about getting the job done. So I think I'm on to it. I'll just go and make a few thoughts, and I'll repair this and or fix it and make it work. Put that across underneath. We'll be right, won't we, boy? Hey, be good. See this? We go like this. Then like this. shovel somewhere. I think that's it. Fucking around backwards. So this end and this end are sitting against the rail there, the stair rail. So if, when I'm pulling it up the stairs, if the ramp wants to go in that direction, it'll stop here, won't be able to go. Also this piece is butting against the bottom stair there, and if I need to, I can put these all the way up so that it's just constantly grabbing and not able to do, you know, what I don't want it to do. I don't have any cordless tools, and there's a very good reason for that. Somebody helped themselves to my truck. Took all my tools, all good shit as well, you know, DeWalt, Makita, Hitachi, Stanley. It's not a very nice day that day. This one's on a knot, so he's probably not going to countersink, which means it's potentially something to grab or jag on. I don't care. No, he's flush. Okay, so I do the same thing at the top rail, at the top stair. I'll probably do one in the middle, just because I've got the wood here and I might as well. That way, if it jags while it's going up, then I'll at least have tried. Okay, so this is what we've ended up with. Loving. That stops it being pulled, dragged into the house. It also goes out wide, much wider than the doorway, so it'll jag on here if it doesn't jag on there. The bottom one's the same. The step will stop it, but also these rails will stop it, so I'm happy with all that. I didn't put one across the middle because the ramp is already touching the stairs. It's actually a well-built staircase and set of stairs, and pretty much a straight line right through there, so that's all good. And look at this, it's all beautiful, beautiful spotted gum, eucalyptus, lovely. I'll have to put a coat of paint on that one day. So now I'm talking again. Got to get this cupboard off. There's a dark cloud just come over. Not expecting rain, but I've got tarpaulins and plastic and stuff I can put over if it does decide to rain. I'll be out here for the afternoon. So yeah, drag him up this ramp, keep going. The cupboard's got 3 sets of legs, so the middle legs will come up and he'll pivot on his middle leg, and the rest of the cupboard will be inside there up in the air, and then I can just flip him onto the trolley, possibly get my shoulder under it to get the rest of him up and I think we're laughing. Laughing, mate. It's come that time now. I need to get it off the truck onto the ground, swing him around and set up a ratchet device so that I can actually pull him. I don't really want to be using muscle because I don't have any. Alright, here we go. Just finding that pivot point, like that. And that'll pretty much tilt straight down onto the ground. Just looking at this mirror here, these little drops of rain. Just thinking if there's anything I've missed. Just like that. See what I mean? As a piece of furniture, it is absolutely beautiful. And don't forget this pelmet has to go up across the top again, so it's up right this side. And it's just a case. I will get a strap under there. So he's on the ramp. Exactly the right distance apart, the ramp. Pull him up the top and find him a home. All ready to go. So now what I need to do is sort out my ratchet, because I'm going to have to jack it up into the house, or not jack it up, pulley it. I'll use the ratchet strap to pull it up the stairs. You always end up, whenever you're shooting glass or mirrors, you always end up in it. See how orange it is? I reckon it's had shellac on it. So it has had a coating at some stage. See that? You know, I'm going to see scratches all over it, and I didn't check it thoroughly before I picked it up, but anyhow, now's the time not to be. Now is not the time to be looking the gift horse in the mouth. Now's the time to work and do the next bit. Okay. So I'll go and have a think. Cup of coffee, have a think, decide how this next bit's going to go. We shall see.